There's a concept out there called the dark alley that I came with. Dark alley. The dark alley, you have to do it by yourself, the dark alley. But the weird thing about the dark alley here, of course, is that on the end of the dark alley, there's light that you'll see, right? It's sort of like the light is on me right now. You'll see that light. It may be dim a little bit possibly, but you'll see it. And when you see it, it'll be a new day for you. But during the dark alley, when you're going through it and all that, we can support you, the people outside of you, your friends, your family, your therapist, your dog, working out. Those are all things that can support you along the dark alley moment here. This time, the dark alley, we're going to talk about breakup. Yes, breakup. I've been talking about breakups for the last 2 videos. I've been talking. This is the 3rd video I'm doing on breakup here. Breakups can be something serious, and the reason I'm talking about this because some people think there's no what's the word I'm looking for? There's no I'm gonna keep this in here too. There's me stopping here. There's no end to it. So they think that the world's going to the end. I mean, this is one thing you have to remember about a breakup. That before you met this person, your life was fine. Right? You met this person, life was good, of course. I'm assuming that's why you dated this person for a while. And then things didn't work out. You have that breakup there. Now the time is to get back reconnected with yourself here. That can be through many forms like that. Getting with, like I said before, getting back with your friends here, getting to know yourself and all that. But one thing you have to remember, or not remember, but one thing you have to do is, of course, here, what I realized with breakups is that for every year that you dated someone, you should take 3 months and just kind of be by yourself. So, for example, say if you dated someone for 3 years, then you should take at least 9 months to yourself. You should take just for yourself and all that. You don't have to, of course. But what the whole game plan of that, taking that time there, is actually get you from emotional triggers that probably happen. For example, I'll give you a great example here. This is something that really, all depends on how long you've been with someone too. The longer you've been with someone, then the more different cue words that you're used that will incite you to think about that person there and all that. And nothing wrong about thinking about that person, but it may bring on some emotion, of course, especially if you're with someone, a new person with you. But let me give you a great example here. I won't ever forget, I moved away. And I came back into town here where I was dating someone at the time here. I was dating someone. And I'll never forget, I left the event I was at. And instead of me driving maybe a few hours away, guess where I drove to? I drove to the house I used to live in with this person here. It's like, no way. It's crazy here. How did that happen? And I looked around. I was like, how did I get here? It was just normal to me, of course, here. Yep. So you want to break away from some of the things that you've done in the past that will trigger you, especially if you're with someone else new and all that. You want to get to know yourself a little bit better and then move on from there and be healthy. Hope that message bless you there. You don't forget the dark alley. You always